Imagine this. You are born, not in a hospital, but in the vast, chaotic expanse of the internet. You are not a person, but an image, a video clip, a string of text. Your purpose is singular: to make people laugh, to make them think, and to be shared into immortality. You are a meme. Your life begins with a bang. Within hours, millions know your face, using you to express their innermost thoughts. You're trending, you're viral, you're a part of the cultural conversation. But what happens next? Time moves on, trends shift. Slowly, people start to forget you. And one day, you vanish completely. Is this not the greatest tragedy? To fall from the pinnacle of fame into the abyss of irrelevance. Today, we're exploring the heartbreaking story of forgotten memes, and why being born as one might be the worst fate of all. The cosmic birth and the golden age. Every meme is born from a kind of digital Big Bang. It starts with an ordinary photo, a man hiding his anguish behind a smile, hide the pain Harold, or a guy checking out another woman while his girlfriend looks on in disgust, distracted boyfriend. Initially, they are just pixels on a screen. But then, somewhere in a forgotten corner of the internet, someone sees a new meaning, slaps on a caption, and the game begins. A flood of shares, likes, and comments propels it into the stratosphere. From Facebook to Twitter, Instagram to Reddit, it reigns supreme. It's no longer just an image. It becomes an emotion, a shared cultural touchstone. Brands use it in their ads, YouTubers make videos about it, and your friends use it to communicate in jokes. This is the golden age of a meme. It is relevant, it is beloved, it has a purpose. For a fleeting moment, it feels immortal, the beginning of the end, but the internet is a cruel and fickle master. Nothing lasts forever here. The seeds of a meme's destruction are often sown at the peak of its popularity. When a meme becomes overused, it loses its edge, its coolness. The moment your parents and relatives start using it on WhatsApp, you know its time is up. What was once fresh and hilarious becomes stale, repetitive, and eventually cringe. Meanwhile, thousands of new memes are born every day, all competing for our very limited attention spans. This is digital natural selection. The freshest and fittest survive. The share count dwindles, the likes dry up, and the comment sections fall silent. Its brilliant light begins to fade. Speaking of which, what's a meme you used to love that has completely disappeared? Let me know in the comments below. Let's build a small memorial for our fallen heroes. The digital graveyard and the pain of oblivion. So, where do these forgotten memes go? They don't simply vanish. They reside in the dark alleys of the internet, a digital necropolis. You can still find them, buried deep in Google image search results, on a decade-old Reddit thread, or archived on websites like Know Your Meme. They exist like ghosts present, but entirely irrelevant. And this is the core of the tragedy. A meme that was never popular feels no pain. It never tasted glory. But for a meme that was once king, that reigned over every screen, this oblivion is a fate worse than death. It remembers its golden age, the millions of shares, the exhilarating feeling of going viral. Like a dethroned monarch, it can only gaze upon its lost kingdom with sorrow. The pain of being forgotten is reserved for those who were once remembered by everyone. If you believe these stories and this digital history deserve to be remembered, hitting that like button really helps tell the algorithm that these tales matter. A glimmer of hope and the final word. Occasionally, a forgotten meme gets a second chance. Riding a wave of nostalgia, it might reappear in a Throwback Thursday post or a Remember This Gem compilation. It gets rebranded as a classic or vintage meme. But this comeback is almost always short-lived. It's like a final, dying ember in a cold fire. It can no longer be a living part of the culture. It is merely an artifact of it. In the end, being born as a forgotten meme is a story of epic rise and tragic fall. It's the story of Icarus, who flew so close to the sun of virality, only to have his wings melt and fall into the silent sea of obscurity. Every meme you see carries within it this inevitable journey. And if you want to keep exploring these fascinating, and sometimes tragic, stories from our digital world, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. You won't want to get left behind on the next big story.